Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Success does not consist in never making mistakes but in never making the same one a second time. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore all progress depends on the unreasonable man. As long as I have a want, I have a reason for living. Satisfaction is death. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. 2% of the people think. 3% of the people think they think. And 95% of the people would rather die than think. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. Some men see things as they are and ask why. Others dream things that never were and ask why not. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. The unconscious self is the real genius. Your breathing goes wrong the moment your conscious self meddles with it. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Write your sad times in sand, write your good times in stone. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. Do not do unto others as you would that they should do unto you. Their tastes may not be the same. Life is a first draft, with no rewrite. A happy family is but an earlier heaven. There are two tragedies in life. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it. Choose silence of all virtues, for by it you hear other men's imperfections, and conceal your own. We have no more right to consume happiness without producing it than to consume wealth without producing it. The whole problem with the world is the fools and fanatics are always so sure of themselves, and wiser people are full of doubts. Life is not meant to be easy, my child, but take courage, it can be delightful. Beware of false knowledge, it is more dangerous than ignorance. Our lives are shaped not as much by our experiences as by our expectations. I know of only one duty, and that is to love. Yesterday is the past, tomorrow is the future, today is a gift, that's why it's called the present. All great truths begin as blasphemies. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. You use a glass mirror to see your face, you use works of art to see your soul. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. Don't wait for the right opportunity, create it. Just do what must be done. This may not be happiness, but it is greatness. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the aeroplane, the pessimist the parachute. Only fools repeat the same things over and over, expecting to obtain different results. I learned long ago, never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. Experience fails to teach where there is no desire to learn. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it, and become blind to the arguments against it. Power does not corrupt men. Fools, however, if they get into a position of power, corrupt power. The person I miss most is the one I could have been. The possibilities are numerous once we decide to act and not react. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get. The things most people want to know about are usually none of their business. The best way to get your point across is to entertain. He who can, does. He who cannot, teaches. Clever and attractive women do not want to vote. They are willing to let men govern as long as they govern men. Grain by grain, a loaf. Stone upon stone, a palace. The only way to avoid being miserable is not to have enough leisure to wonder whether you are happy or not. It is not enough to know what is good, you must be able to do it. Treat a friend as a person who may someday become your enemy, an enemy as a person who may someday become your friend. The greatest of evils and the worst of crimes is poverty. Better keep yourself clean and bright, you are the window through which you must see the world. Remember that the progress of the world depends on your knowing better than your elders. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. Make it a rule never to give a child a book you would not read yourself. We must always think about things, and we must think about things as they are, not as they are said to be.